Hey Pisces, how's it going? I'm Indra. Welcome to your reading. I'll see you in just a second. Stay with me. Welcome back, Pisces. Hope you enjoyed the intro. I think it's pretty cool, personally. If I do say so myself. Sorry about that. I had to just cut it for a moment and close the window. We've got gardening going on at the moment, so they're using a strimmer. So I apologize if it gets quite noisy. Just classic Matrix, like as soon as you sit down to you know, bring forth messages from spirit, the Matrix has something to say about it, you know. Yeah, if you've never viewed me before, I'm a new YouTuber here on YouTube. Wow, what a crazy thing. I'm a new tarot reader, and so yeah, um, let's just get into it. I wonder how the energies are for you. I wonder what we're going to bring forth today. Oh, before we start, I just want to make an announcement. For anyone who would like a prayer sent their way, drop me a comment and explain sort of like a brief sort of situation, like maybe a name and what you're going through right now, any problems, where you'd like to be, like going into, like where you'd like to move into. And yeah, I will absolutely do that as part of my spiritual practice to do so. So, here we go. Final thing, please say a prayer. So here goes. I'm gonna do it in silence or mentally. So and obviously my heart, but you won't hear my heart either. So I welcome you to join me, Pisces. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go then. Again, I do just want to take a moment to acknowledge the noise. You probably hopefully you can't hear it. So I'm really hoping you can't, but because I have looked at previous recordings and thought for sure that you could hear something going on, but you know, retrospectively, no, you couldn't. But I think this one is a little bit different. But yeah, it's just as I said, classic Matrix. Matrix doing what Matrix does. Um, okay, let's pull some cards. So I will be doing Celtic Cross today, like every other day so far. um, I just feel like as a new reader, it's important to sort of keep it consistent wherever possible. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Wands. Interesting. I will just be sort of glossing over things right now and sort of tapping into it just very on like kind of like on the surface level, and then I plan to go deeper as I kind of get a rough kind of idea of what's going on. Okay. Huh. Looks really good. Straight away, the South looks really good. Okay. The Fool, ooh, looks very positive. Lots of yellow energy here. Incredible, actually. Lots of yellow energy indicating kind of like just overwhelming success. Success that just kind of can't be stopped, essentially. Interesting dynamic there. For the outcome, we've got Eight of Swords, but then we've got the Fool for your potential outcome. So, I feel like that's kind of what you're leaving is the Eight of Swords. It's just I don't want to start here, so I will just be sort of, as I say, touching on things and then going deeper. So positive, I like it. For your current energy, we've got the Chariot. We've got the Strength for your kind of crossing energy. Brilliant. The Lovers, could be some new love coming in potentially. I know it's a classic tarot reader line. New love coming in. But yeah, looks like maybe off the just scratching into the surface a little bit. For the base of the reading, King of Pentacles. So it could be to do with kind of and don't worry, I will be showing you a close up as I go deeper into things. So yeah, just off the bat, it could be very much to do with like earth energy, career, money making. Yeah, that's what I'm getting right now, potentially. So for the Nine of Wands, so let's just sort of dive into it a bit more now. So for the Nine of Wands, so the Nine of Wands can represent determination, about having to enforce your boundaries. It can represent survival, having to survive through things. It kind of can also be like the wounded warrior. It can represent your inner strength, like so, needing to kind of summon your inner strength and sort of tenacity, essentially. And finally, it can represent a victory. Okay, so right off the bat, I do feel there's a victory here for sure. So for your current energies, we have the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is number 7 in the Major Arcana. That's a great number. It can represent sort of divine intervention. Um, if you get 777, that's a whole other level. Yeah, and yeah, 777 is also on the what do they call it? Like in the casinos and stuff, you have like the classic 777, right? For like jackpot. So yeah, just touching on that briefly. Yeah, so the Chariot. So the Chariot it can represent determination, turning over a new leaf, like heading off into a new direction. I'm not sure if I should do a close up. There it is. Can represent needing to summon kind of like that sort of grit energy again, like tenaciousness. Um, can represent travel as well. So it could be that you're traveling right now. You could be moving. Could be traveling. Could be going on holiday for some of you. And it could be a card of focus. Okay, so it's kind of like you know aiming for that bullseye. With an arrow, with bow and arrow, right? So you could be focused right now on sort of building something or heading off in a new direction. Um, let's get some more. So for your crossing energy, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is number 8 in the Major Arcana. It can represent 8 obviously being infinity. That's worth noting. Um, did I show you that? I always forget. I do it so sort of unconsciously, automatic. I kind of forget. So yeah, the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of inner strength, like again, summoning your inner strength. Didn't I say that before? Yeah, with the Nine of Wands. So there's something here about like having to go deep within and kind of pulling out your inner strength. I want to say pulling out a rabbit out of the hat, right? But yeah, like summoning that resilience within ourselves that we have, that kind of warrior like no, like sacred no. And that's also and as a little side step here, no is a very self-loving action. It's the word for self-love if you didn't know. Um, People think of like self-care as just like, oh, I painted my nails today, or you know, I went for a walk, and hey, awesome, great. If that's what you want to do, brilliant. Walks are brilliant as well, of course. But if you want to paint your nails or whatever, male or female, whatever floats your boat. Yeah, like that's also an act of kind of self-love, or in most cases it can be. But the first step in any kind of like self-love practice is practicing the word no. Okay, your no is your no, and I'm not saying be rigid or whatever. In some cases you can be rigid, especially when you're being kind of you're being manipulated by people to do your bidding, to do their bidding essentially, and get manipulation. So, but yeah, self-love. No, I just wanted to say that. Anyway, maybe it's for some of you for sure. So the strength card, yeah, it's a card of confidence. You can see that she's literally petting that silly freaking gardener, man. I'm telling you, it's just insane. It could be a lot of distraction energy. I have to say, like, just as you kind of, it could be a lot of noise around you right now. That's worth noting because the gardener, literally as soon as I sit down to do this reading, literally, it's just, hey, that's one of our big challenges. Um, us light workers, whatever you want to call us, starseeds, or whatever, on the path. The Matrix will try to kind of be there to annoy us. So that's definitely a challenge that we need to kind of work on, and move past, not be phased too much. I mean, it's easier said than done. But yeah, as I was saying, the strength card. So it's a card of confidence, compassion, patience. So you may have needed to have patience in this situation. Um, it's also a card of resilience, I think I touched on for a brief second. So it could be that you're feeling more resilient to maybe like distractions and stuff. I really don't know. To the Matrix essentially and its tactics to sort of keep us stuck. Um, and the truth is, the Matrix can't really keep us stuck. When a soul wants to move forward, the soul will move forward essentially. But the Matrix is kind of there to keep us like it's that devil energy. A lot of the time it can be anyway, especially this Matrix. And it's like it's there to like test us essentially. But anyway, so and also Satan or the devil or whatever you want to perceive it as, that is also you know uh, there to test us, right? Okay, so the King of Pentacles for the basis of the reading. Hmm, I'm definitely picking up a strong kind of feeling of like material, like the 3D stuff, right? Like food, water, resources, stuff like that. Um, the material, everything that the material offers, right? So it could be related to this quite strongly. Not for everyone, um, but I'm picking up this strong sense of like kind of having to just kind of uh, how can I put it? Like tune out all the noise, as I've touched on before, and just like kind of go with your own desires. Like, boom, I'm doing this no matter what, right? So maybe we'll revisit that again for a moment. So the King of Cups. So again, King energy here. Is there any more? No, I don't think there is. So King energy here. So I'm picking up that King's obviously as a position of authority. I was going to say stability, but not necessarily. But hey, they're sitting on the throne, so I'm just picking up authority. Like it's an opportunity. This situation here is an opportunity for you to really kind of um, stamp your own authority down, essentially, in your life, right? In what it is that you want, in kind of certain behaviors and whatnot. Certain personality traits, maybe in the past you've kind of been a little bit sort of wishy-washy with kind of how you deal with people and places and you know and that's fine, but like yeah, this is an opportunity for you to really stamp your authority down. That's what I'm getting. I don't know. So also with the King of Cups, so this is turning up in your recent past. So in the recent past, so right off the bat, so King of Cups, it can represent being diplomatic. So the King of Cups is a diplomat. He tries to resolve things through diplomacy rather than like the sword. Oh my God, this gardener! I'm telling you. Ugh. Okay. What else? So he's also emotionally secure and stable. Yeah, stable in his own emotions. Okay. He meditates, right? He's a meditator. So it could be that recently you started meditating for the first time, or more, even increased it, or got more serious with it. I can say that for myself. Um, like literally, I'm sorry to make this about the gardener, but he's literally been doing this for days now, and he's still around my house, right? It's just insane how it never ends. Yeah, so what else? He's also wise, okay? He is peaceful and he is kind-hearted, okay? Cup's energy in general, it can represent emotions, intuition, um, what else? Love, relationships, and instincts. I feel there's something here about kind of being guided. I feel like in the past you were guided on how to move forward in life, and I feel like it involves basically being more wise, practicing wisdom in your life, and perhaps meditating, as I say, maybe some self-care stuff here. I can speak for myself. Maybe I don't know, just going down the list. Maybe eating better. That's going to obviously help our emotions because when we eat all these horrible foods, well, I don't like the word horrible, but like especially to with, well, I don't mind horrible, but like when it comes to food, I feel like that's quite toxic in a way to view it that way. But what I mean to say is, when we eat unhealthier foods for us, for the system, it really can play with our emotions, right? On our emotional state in our body, etc. Can lead to like maybe mood swings and stuff like that. Um, so, but in the last reading, I decided to read this placement here next, and then kind of go to that. So that's what I'm going to do for a bit. See if I continue to do it. So the Lovers is in your near future. The Lovers is number 6 in the Major Arcana. It can represent love, relationships, union, commitment, duality, destiny. Okay, I feel like you're on a path to destiny. You know, you're on the road to your destiny. That may be the title of the video. And I just feel like this has been in the works for a long time, and you've made a lot of progress. You've been on the path of awakening for a while now, and basically, you're now seeing the benefits of this. And I feel like it's really ramping up. I feel like you're on a mission right now, with your progress, making progress in life, and that could be in all areas, right? Take it how it resonates. But I mean, for some of you, for sure, like this is a great card for new love coming in, new love coming in. But I do feel like ultimately this is showing you that you're on the right path, and it's leading you to a whole new beginning. And basically, if you just keep it up, then you'll be in a higher timeline. You'll be kind of how can I put it? Your best self. You're on the path to becoming your best self. So keep it up. It looks like you're going to have a lot of breakthroughs soon if you continue. And it looks like with the chariot energy here, for your current energy and the strength card behind it, it looks fantastic. Like, what I don't see what more you could be hoping for in terms of a sign for whether or not you're on the right path. It seems like you're bombing ahead and you're leaving what no longer serves behind in very quick and decisive fashion. And yeah, that's it. Um, the sun is for your self energy. So the sun is number 90 in the major arcana. It can represent happiness, joy, positivity, energy, success, like overwhelming success. It's just fantastic. This reading so far is absolutely incredible. So with the sun being here, it just represents that honestly, again, you're doing everything you need to be doing in order to progress. And you just need to keep it up, keep doing it, keep your eye on the prize, and just continue doing what you're doing. Essentially, I know that's pretty basic, but it's true. Sometimes simple is simple, but it's the truth. And why needlessly complicate things? You're just on the pathway to happiness. I feel like you're feeling a lot more happy right now, a lot more joyful in general. You're tasting the success that you've been working hard at, etc. So it just looks brilliant. For the area of your environment, we have the Four of Pentacles. I'm picking up stability here. I feel like you've been much more stable in your life. and I feel like your environment has really been kind of grounding you and offering you that stability and that great that solid foundation in order to spring from, right? Any good plant needs good soil, right? So I just feel like you've been offered good soil in which to grow in, um, and obviously that's people, places, etc. Um, so quickly before we move on with the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles can represent accumulation of like kind of material things. It can represent like kind of a message, not a message necessarily, but the Four of Pentacles, this man here, he's quite cautious, you know. He's quite cautious. He's hanging on very tightly to the Pentacles, right? And so, yeah, it can represent that you know, represent caution, represent conservatism, and kind of frugalism. Is that even a word? Being frugal with your possessions, you know, saving money, etc. Can represent ownership, um, and kind of like entrepreneurship. And yeah, as I touched on before, stability. You know, you can see that he's rooted to the ground, right? He's rooted to the pentacle energy. So yeah, and both of his feet are touching. So it symbolizes balance and stability in a material way, in a grounded fashion. In your hopes and fears. So hopes and fears. Let's see. This is an interesting one to unpack. So the Ten of Cups is a card of family, uh, appreciation, the end of a difficult chapter, gratitude, and belonging. Okay. The story is with the Ten of Cups that this family, they have, this is their home right here, and usually they would just like be hanging out inside mostly all the time and doing what families do, you know, individually, collectively. And what they've decided to do on this occasion is break from that kind of monotony and routine and kind of break away for a minute and go for a walk, right? And just kind of, and so because of that, they've basically took a step back from, they've looked at they've been able to observe the bigger picture, and they're like, wow, how incredible, there's a rainbow. We would have totally missed it, right, had we just continued doing the same old. We wouldn't have even known, right? and and not just that, but they've took a moment to really appreciate where they're at in life, where they're at, what they have in their lives, right? They have each other, they have their beautiful home, they have, you know, even a rainbow, for Christ's sake, you know. So in the terms of your hopes and dreams, hopes and fears, it could be that you're hoping for more harmony in the family. Maybe you've even experienced more harmony in the family, and by family, it can be a literal family, but it can also just mean in your personal life, essentially. And I just feel like you're wishing and hoping for and moving towards even, you know, more harmony in your life, and to be able to appreciate things better and more deeply, and have more gratitude, for where you are in life, how far you've come, and very hopeful for the future. Um, it could be that you're hoping for a family, right? And so, and also it could be you're hoping to find more belonging in the universe, essentially, find your place in the universe, whether that be from like personally or career-wise or whatnot. But that's what I'm getting right now. And obviously on the flip side, your fears is the opposite of all those things. So like you hope that you get those things. You hope that you fear that you're not going to get those things, etc. Right? So that's very natural, you know. But honestly, I'm here to tell you that you shouldn't worry about that stuff. There's no need to worry. It looks very positive. I mean, look at all the yellow here. We got the sun. Like it just looks fantastic. It looks like you have a lot of reason to be positive. Okay, let's move on. So for your potential outcome, we have the Fool. I mean, absolutely incredible. Um, so the Fool is number 0. It can represent uh, infinite potential, like the unlimitedness of everything. Okay, uh, the pure abundance of the cosmos, essentially, and it can all be yours. You know, it can represent new beginnings, freedom, optimism, a blank slate. So, and here we have the sun again. by the way, in the corner here. I probably won't pick up very well on the camera, but we have the sun here, and it just looks like you're heading into a much more kind of light time. Um, if you ever felt bogged down by kind of like life, I mean it's here now with the Nine of Wands here. Survival, boundaries, like fighting, right? Having to defend yourself, trials and tribulations, right? Then I'm here to tell you that, hey, don't worry, don't look back. Okay, learn from the past, but take that into the future and take the best parts, leave the rest. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Um, and because you've got so much reason for optimism here, you have a new beginning on the horizon here. Okay, and I do believe it's the time for wishes to be granted as well for everyone. Um, but it looks like you've really worked hard for this, whatever this is. Okay, finally, this is the interesting one for the outcome. So we got the Eight of Swords, and so the Eight of Swords is a card of waiting. Okay, um, is a card of self-imposed restriction, negativity, victimhood, and also trauma. I feel like this is a time where all this negativity is being washed away, essentially, with all the sun energy, with all the yellow energy, like bang, like this beautiful light um, in the darkness is just evaporating all the icky, sticky negativity energies, including within yourself and your life. Essentially, I feel like it's a great time right now to really turn the page and enter a new dawn. So yeah, I mean, I don't read reversals, so yeah, I can pick and choose essentially intuitively whether this is like actually meaning this or kind of in reverse essentially. So the ending of this type of energy, right? It's up to me to decide and intuitively be guided on what that means. I just feel like it's the end of this. And there's this whole new beginning waiting for her in the background, and she's about to take the blindfold off and head in that new direction, especially with the chariot. It just looks really positive, and you're on as I say, you are on a pathway to destiny, my friend. Okay, so then, Pisces, that is your reading. Yeah, I hope there was a message for you here. I imagine there was if you're still about listening to me at this point. Um, it was a pleasure to do this reading. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it myself, and I resonate with it as well, by the way. Yeah, so if you enjoyed it, definitely hit that like button. It really helps me like grow. Subscribe for more videos. I'm doing readings basically every day now. I'm posting readings to the channel. I do readings for every single sign in the zodiac. Um, if you subscribe, you can expect to get about 2 to 3 readings for your primary sign once a month. So that's my kind of almost like that's my soft guarantee to you. And I hope to grow, and go from strength to strength. So, but yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave it there, Pisces. But yeah, you take care, all right? This was Indra Montes. Have a good day. Bye bye.